feel like I need to move this back a little bit because, let's see if I move it back, I think then you will have just a little bit better view there. Just going to test our sound and then we're going to start. Those of you newer to us, hi, just seeing this for the first time, I'm going to do some yoga. Hey, yoga. Yoga. How about that? Let's see if I can get that up in there. Maybe like that. That's a better angle for you guys. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Saturday. I like Saturday because I know it's the weekend, right? But I work. I teach a yoga class on Saturday. I've been doing that for a really long time. But I love it because, it's a different crowd. It's a different group of people. It's the weekenders, the people who work Monday through Friday. Like yours truly, working hard labor. Oh my gosh. Just kidding. I am incredibly grateful that I get to do what I get to do as a job. I don't see it as a job, that's for sure. Let me tell you, friends. I feel lucky I get to move my body in this way, help other people move their body in this way, so that we can all live long, happy, healthy lives. And I need some internet. Where is my internet? This does not need to be on. What's going on with Facebook? Is Facebook down? No way. Cannot be reached. Let's try this. Try this and this. No. Okay, it looks like the sound is going well, so that's good. Oh, what is this here? I thought I started this. 1008. Live checking connection. Huh, so strange. No Wi-Fi. That's weird. That is weird, friends. All right, stand by. Let me just double check this, and then we'll go. Can you do me a favor? Apparently, my computer's not getting the Wi-Fi. Can you look on your phone, or can I borrow your phone? I need to see if I'm actually streaming right now, because I can't check it. Please.
On Facebook?
Yeah, I need your phone, actually. Is that your phone is there? Yes. Please, thank you. Let's see here, everybody. Let's see if I can find myself. Well, I was just checking to see if it's actually working. Oh yeah, here we go. Apparently my computer's not. Yeah, it's working. Okay, good. Can you look? Yeah. Okay, good. So we're good. Here, you can take this back to mommy, actually. Thanks, kiddo. Thank you. Yeah, maybe check the Wi-Fi. I don't know what's going on. Oh, now, of course, it pops up. Okay, there we go. All right. For some reason, I couldn't get it up. Technical difficulties. Checking the connection. So now we're good, it looks like. Sorry. Yes. Here we go. Morning, Ted. Let's work hard. Yes. So, Jason. So, this is a good one. Get it up. I got a good plan for you guys today. So, go ahead and get ready. Step to the front of your mat. All right. We're going to do a little bit of arm balances and core. Arm balances and core. I haven't done a Saturday arm balance and core focus class, so let's do it. What do you guys think about my new flip-flops? Full on Hoka 1 flip-flops. They're so comfy. All right. Other eyes. Couple breaths in and out of the nose. So 90 minutes, well, yeah, a little less than 90 minutes. Shoulders down, top of the head floats up, breath smooth. Oh, take a moment, set the intention. Intention to release some stress, to heal, to strengthen. Good, dropping your head down to the one side, easy neck stretch. Good, then flip it. Other side, same thing. Good. And then drop the arms, a few circles in one direction. It's nice and cool here today. I like it. Opposite direction. But there is this layer of smoke around, which is a little bit of a bummer. I don't really smell it right now, but if I showed you the mountain, you would see this kind of like just layer of smoke that's wrapped around the mountain there. Back to the center, some shoulder rolls, forward and back, forward and back. Oh, I'm sore, a little sore, you guys. Opposite direction. Good, and then arms up. Interlace the fingertips, turn the palms up to the ceiling, straighten the arms. Just gonna move you guys back a little bit here. There we go. That's gonna be maybe better. With your arms up, hands interlaced, fold over to one side, easy side stretch. So let's see, so today's class, if you're not an arm balance person, don't worry. There'll be stuff for you to do. Fold to the other side. You know, ultimately you could do any yoga class, you just have to go at your own pace, right? I used to give that disclaimer, but then I stopped. But anything that happens in the comfort of your own living room is your own responsibility. That's one disclaimer. So I'm not making you do anything. You do it all on your own. These are just simple suggestions. Lean back, take a nice big inhale, and then fold down as you exhale. Hang forward. However, you want to do the best that you can. And with the arm balance stuff, you know, you can do some of the prep work to it, to getting to the arm balances. Just hang forward right now. Grab the elbows, drop the head, stretch. Nice long, deep breath here. Excuse me. It was a little bit of a rough night with the little guy. I think if you look at my sleep data, it's literally every kind of hour on the hour. Not really, but probably 4 times I was up, because I was up to go get him, and then I put him to sleep, almost fell asleep, and then got up again, go back into our bed, and then fell asleep, and then a few hours later he woke up again. It's a rough one. Clasp the hands back behind you, interlace the fingertips, stretch the shoulders. But anyway, back to doing any yoga class. All you have to do is really pay attention to your body, to your breathing, to how it feels, to your limitations, and just do what you can do, and then don't do the rest, and that's it. Dropping that head down, stretching the shoulders, a few more breaths. We're going to take our first 20 minutes to warm into this whole thing. Release the arms. Let's roll back up slowly. taking a few arm circles. One arm. Good. And then switch it, other arm. Wednesday, today's Saturday, unless you're watching this some other day, but right now, live, it is Saturday morning, September 12th. September 11th, I hope everybody paused to take a moment. It's funny, my brother just called me, and I meant to call him yesterday. My brother was working at the World Trade Center when the 9/11 happened. He watched the second plane hit the building, and an engine landed like 100 feet from him. I didn't know if he was alive, actually. For most of that day, I was here on the West Coast. He was obviously on the East Coast. Step the feet together, bring the palms together. So it was a harrowing day for a lot of folks. Arms up, nice big inhale. Folding down, forward, exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale, look forward, and then step back to plank, top of a push-up. Hold it here, breathe. Abdomen strong, breath smooth. Starting to warm up, extend the shoulders. There is a little, you can dip into the shoulders, but there's an extension. I want you to extend the shoulders and engage the abdomen, engage the thighs, and breathe deeply. I'm only going to stay here for 6 minutes, so I'll keep count now. Just kidding. But that's kind of what we did on Wednesday. Lower halfway down and press back up. We'll do more of that. People seem to like it. Lower halfway, push up. 3 more, lower, push up. Lower, push up. Lower, push up. Drop the knees. Cat and cow tilt. So inhale, exhale. I just need to adjust. I made this too tight. To keep that going, inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Just inhale, exhale. A couple more rounds. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Good. And then back to neutral and lift the feet and side to side, shoulder and hip together one side, shoulder and hip together other side, shoulder and hip together, shoulder and hip together. Yeah, we held tree pose for 3 minutes, chair pose for 2 minutes, warrior 2 wrap for a full minute, after warrior 2 for a minute. But just, there is a concept in yoga called tapas, which is purification through heat. And so you hold these poses that are strenuous and they burn off past life trauma. If you believe it. If not, it's just a hard pose. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a moment, bend the left leg, push the right heel down, stretch, burn off some alcohol from last night. How about that? I don't drink, so that's for sure not me, but maybe it's you. Go ahead and switch sides from there. Same thing. Yoga is, apparently, I started yoga after I stopped drinking, but apparently yoga is a pretty good way to help remedy a hangover. I'll never know. Straighten both legs from there. Come up on the toes. Hands. As you inhale, hold as you exhale. All the way up, nice big inhale. Hands together at the heart, exhale. Just give myself a little bit more. And arms up again, inhale. Sun salutation A, we'll do 3 of them. Halfway up as you inhale. Look forward, step back as you exhale. Vinyasa, easy one first. Lower to the knees and then to the floor. Pointing the toes back. Lifting the upper body up, a gentle spinal stretch, and then downward facing dog. Hold it there, breathe. I didn't make my plug. Remember, these classes are done on a donation basis, friends. You could Venmo me directly at Teddy McDonald, Or you can go to 5pointyoga.com and pay for your class. Otherwise, if you don't have the financial resources, don't worry about it at all. Up on the toes, walk softly or hop forward. Halfway up as you inhale, fold as you exhale. All the way up, nice big inhale. Hands together at the heart, exhale. Arms up again, inhale 2 more cycles, fold down as you exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale, step or jump. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. It's really important, those of you that jump back, to land with your arms slightly bent. If you jump back and you land with your arms straight, it's just a little jarring on the shoulders. So to avoid jarring the shoulders, you land with the arms slightly bent. If you can land it right in full chaturanga, that's ultimately the way to do it. Up on the toes again, walk or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale, fold as you exhale. All the way up, nice big inhale. Hands to the heart, exhale, and really focus on the breathing too. So deep, deep breaths. Arms up, inhale. Folding down forward as you exhale. Extend that spine as you inhale. Step or jump. There's the jump that lands you in chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Remember, you can always make it easier on yourself and go to cobra. And then downward facing dog, that was 3 times. So now, right leg up. Hold it, open the hip, bend the knee, get a little side stretch and breathe. Good, one more breath. And then square the hips, knee to the nose, shoulders over the wrists, abdomen really strong, upper back extends, holding it, 3, 2, 1, lift it. So we'll hold a count of 3, right? Forward knee to your left side, hold it, 1, 2, 3, and lift it again. And then back over to your right side and hold it, 1, 2, 3, and lift it. And all the way forward to the hands. If you had blocks, you could grab them quick. Otherwise, you just use your fingertips, straighten the front leg, flex the foot, bend the knee, drop the hips in. Straighten the leg, flex the foot, bend the knee, drop the hips in. Inhale, exhale. So hip flexor when you drop the hips down, straight, strong back leg. Hamstrings when you straighten. All right, let's go a few more. And we're going to go do the external rotation and the internal rotation also. So from here, now just do a few externally rotate. So you're on the outside of the heel, bend the knee forward. Externally rotate outside of the heel. Should feel it on the outside of the hamstring. Couple more. Yes. Yes. Good, now inside of the hamstring. So internal rotation, inside of the hamstring. Internal rotation, inside of the hamstring. Internal rotation inside of the hamstring. 2 more. Good. And then back to the center. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Turn the back foot flat. Come on up. Actually, let's do this. So stay low first. Let's go right into this here. So right from here, stretch the shoulders. We're going to go back up to Warrior 1 in a moment, but just give it a nice stretch. And then come on back up. Warrior 1, and let's hold Warrior 1. Break it down a little bit here. So Warrior 1, back foot is angled forward, probably 10 o'clock-ish angle. That allows your hips to turn forward. Front leg, front toes are spread. Front leg, front knee, front thigh, front, all in a straight line. Hips slightly forward, torso forward. Sometimes people will do this. Take that left arm forward to help to turn the torso a little bit. Arms up, shoulders relaxed, breath smooth. One more inhale. Reach up, and then hands down to the floor. Exhale. Leg back anytime you need to. You can always go straight to down dog. Otherwise, you can take a vinyasa. Lower down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Take the leg up. Open up the hip, bend the knee, get a side stretch, breathe. We're not going to do it now, but I do want to come back to the down dog flip. Breathing. Good, one more breath. And then square the hips, knee to the nose, shoulders over the wrists, abdomen strong. 1, 2, 3. Lift it back and up. Forward knee to your right side. Twist. 1, 2, 3. And lift it. And forward up to your left side. 1, 2, 3. And lift it. And then all the way forward to the hands. Stay there, blocks or not. Straighten the front leg, flex the foot. Bend your front leg, sink down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep it going. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. A few more. Inhale. A couple more. And then we'll do the external rotation. So one more. Good. Now, external rotation. Opening up. And then bend the knee. Good. Opening up. Bend the knee. Opening up. Bend the knee. 2 more. Opening up. Bend the knee. 1 more. Open up. Bend the knee. Good. Now, internal rotation. Internal rotation. Bend the knee. Same thing. Internal rotation. Feeling it on the inside of the hamstrings. Bend the knee. Internal rotation. Bend the knee. 2 more. Internal. Oh my goodness. Bend the knee. Internal. And bend the knee. All right, now a couple more just to see. Just to go, oh yeah, wow, look at that. So much space in the back of the leg. Oh my gosh. All right, now we start low. So turn the back foot flat. Interlace the fingertips. Drop that head down. Stretch the shoulders. Breathe. Strong back leg. Sometimes we lose the connection to the back leg because we're leaning to the front. So don't do that. 1 more breath. And then come on back up. Warrior 1. And let's break it down. So back foot angled 2 o'clock, right? If forward is 12 o'clock, right? That side is 10, this side is 2. It's different from Warrior 2, which is more 3 o'clock. So Warrior 1, hips turn forward, spread the toes, bend that front leg, take the arms up if you want, take that arm forward. And again, part of this whole alignment thing, getting you guys in the right position, is mostly to prevent injury. So oftentimes you'll see people, with a knee buckled in, or some sort of jacked shoulder or spine thing or whatever. If this foot is way back out this way, just as an example, this is putting way too much strain on the knee. If my toe is pointed back in Warrior 1, then it's putting way too much strain on the knee. So we don't want to do that, right? We thrive for at least 100 years. Come on, friends. 1 more inhale, reach up. Hands down to the floor, exhale. Vinyasa, lower down. Upward facing dog, and then downward facing dog. Breathe. So I met with my friend Greg Louganis yesterday, the Olympic gold medalist diver. And we are finally, because I've been dragging my feet for so long, getting our handstand workshop together. Up on the toes, walk or hop forward. Extend that spine as you inhale, fold as you exhale. It's going to be 2 Saturdays from today. Chair pose, bend the knees, reach the arms, inhale. We'll start promoting it, but 2 hours, 2 to 4 p.m. on Saturday the 26th if you're on the West Coast, and I guess that would be 5 to 7 on the East Coast. It's a little bit later on the East Coast, but I figure that's okay. It's what we have to do to arrange our lives. right? Sink a little bit lower. It's a Zoom workshop, so there'll be interaction. We'll be able to see you guys, and we'll be able to help correct you and give you all kinds of cool, fun handstand things. So whether you're just getting to kick up or whether you're working on balance, we're going to help. Sink a little bit lower. Take one more inhale, and then stand, hands together at the heart. Exhale. So Jeff Golden, if you're there, I'm sorry, dude. I had to. That was the date. I couldn't keep pushing it in the future. So I know you're out of town, but don't worry. There'll be a replay. Chair pose. Inhale. Fold down. Exhale. It will be recorded. Halfway up. Inhale. Step or jump back. Sun salutation B. Shoulders back. Down dog. Right leg. Take it up behind you. Bring it forward. Warrior one. Reaching up. Inhale. Hands down. Take the leg back. Vinyasa. Lower down. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Left side. Take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one. Reach up. Inhale. Stretch. Hands down. Leg back. Lower. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And hold. Breathe. Fingers spread. Palms flat. Extend the shoulders. A few more breaths. Good. Up on the toes again. Walk or hop forward. Extending that spine as you inhale. Folding as you exhale. Chair pose as you inhale. Stand, hands together at the heart. Exhale. Yeah, good. Just checking my heel. Let's do 3 more rounds, which will be a total of 5. 1 broken down, 4 in a flow. So 5 times. Chair pose. Inhale. Fold down. Exhale. Extend that spine. Inhale. Step back or jump back. Exhale. Vinyasa. Lower. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Right side. Take the leg up. Bring it forward. Warrior one. Reach up. Hands down. Leg back. Vinyasa. Lower. Up. And remember, you don't have to go all the way down in your vinyasa, right? Left leg, take it up, bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, deep bend in that front leg. Hands down, leg back, lower. So you could just lower a little bit. Yeah. And you know, in the beginning, stay in downward facing dog, but in the beginning, I always went through a solid year and a half that I went to the floor every single time. And then I started to mix in the chaturanga, upward facing dog and down dog. So just know that if you're newer, just kind of working on this stuff, it takes time. It takes time. You know, 1 more breath. Up on the toes, walk or hop, halfway up and fold. Chair pose. Inhale. Stand up, hands together at the heart. Exhale. 2 more to go. Yeah, so give yourself the time, right? Give yourself the time to like work and be, you know, maybe not where you want to be. Just always giving the effort. It's really the effort that reaps the reward. Chair pose. Inhale. Doesn't need to look, you know, like a magazine or like some of these Instagram halfway up, step or jump back, you know, yogis that are just super flexible and, you know, downward facing dog, right leg up, bring it all the way forward. Warrior one, reach up, hands down, leg back, vinyasa. I mean, it's all about balance, right? So left side, take it up, bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. You know, I try to balance family life, work life, yoga, running, cycling, sleeping, swimming, right? And right now things are a little out of balance because I have 2 kids and they're young and, you know, one of them's not sleeping so well, and that's okay. So if things are out of balance for you in your life at the moment, just give yourself a little pat on the back and say, it's okay. It's okay, Johnny. Don't worry. Up on the toes, walk or hop. halfway up as you inhale, fold as you exhale. Chair pose, inhale, because the cool thing is stand up, hands together. You can always, maneuver the ship in another direction. And that's if you want to. You can always go, it's going to take a few little steps to that direction. And before you know it, you're back on track. Chair pose. Fold down. One more cycle here. Halfway up as you inhale. Step or jump back. Exhale. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg, take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up. Inhale. Hands down to the floor. Take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up. Inhale. Hands down. Leg back. Vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good. So I want to drop to the knees. Drop to the knees for a moment. Sit back onto the heels. Oh, yes. Sitting back onto the heels. Interlace the fingertips. Turn the palms forward. Reach the arms up. Stretch the shoulders. There's two different kinds of shoulder stretches. This is also a foot stretch. Foot/toe stretch. Breathing deeply. Slight engage in the belly, and notice if I'm sort of puffing the chest out. If you are puffing the chest out, avoid that. So engage the abdomen slightly. That's a big difference, right? Because if I puff the chest out, it feels like I'm going deeper into my shoulders, but I'm not really. Abdomen engages down. See how my arms bend? That's because the shoulders aren't moving anymore. So I gotta hold that and then isolate the shoulders and then go back. One more breath. And then come forward. Point the toes, lift them up first, wiggle the toes. Point the toes, sit back there. And then what we're gonna do is interlace the fingers, lift the heart up, pull the shoulders back and down, drop the head back, take a big inhale. Fold down forward, exhale. Very top of the head, stretch. Good, 2 more breaths on that. Good, release. Come on up. Since we're gonna do a little focus on our balances, I want to do a little thing that I do oftentimes. Let me just see if this is going to crack. Oh yeah, look at that. Holy cow. Before handstands sometimes, but it's really good for arm balances too. And it's fingers, like a finger drill. And what we're going to do essentially is hold up onto the fingers like this, as if you had a tennis ball underneath. I don't have a tennis ball nearby, but as if you had a tennis ball underneath your hands, right? And this may or may not work. Don't hurt yourself, right? From here, so go ahead, onto the hands and knees on the fingertips. Breathe, okay? From here, I want you to lean a little bit forward. If you lean forward, feel what it feels like. It's more weight on the fingertips. You don't have to lean forward. Those of you that feel like you have some stronger fingers, go ahead and tuck the toes, straighten the legs. Abdomen strong. Breathe. If you still feel like, that's not bad. I mean, this goes from a 2 to a 10, right? So now, 11. Chaturanga. Hold on the fingertips. Breathing deeply. Good. Straighten. Drop the knees. Now we stretch. So I want you to take these fingers, what used to be your fingers, I don't know what they are now, and then spread them wider than you ever have before. So that little game of mercy that you played when you were a kid, that's what I want to feel. I want you to feel now against yourself. So you're going to walk the knees a little bit forward. You're going to lean forward into the knuckles. Once the fingers are spread as wide as you can possibly spread them, Push down into the knuckles and lift the palm of the hands up. Super intense finger stretch. Holy Jiminy Crickets. Breathe. Good. And you can just kind of come up, just flex a little bit. We're gonna do one more round. Same thing, one more round. Come up on the fingertips again. Strengthening the fingers, but it's also bringing awareness to your fingers. So that is a special thing because you're gonna need them for your arm balances and your handstands. Go ahead, tuck the toes, straighten the legs back if you're going to do it, right? So from here, you can still do it. It's good, and it feels like you're getting some strength in there. But if you can, plank, a high plank. It's a lot more intense. Pull the abdomen back to the spine. If you can, chaturanga, hold it. Good. Push back up. Everybody drop the knees if they're not already there. Spread those fingers again, just like before. As wide as they go. And then push the knuckles down and lift it up. Breathe. Okay, good. And now lean back. And now definitely flick the toes and then shake them out. Shake out the toes on your hands. Shake those things out. Your digits. And then fingers. Good. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. A little standing sequence. Right leg up. Open that hip, bend the knee. And then let's flip the downward facing dog. Be careful on the shoulder here, right? But push up if you can. Breathing deeply. Should feel nice. If it doesn't, if it hurts the shoulder or spine or hip, then just be careful. But 2 more breaths. Good, then flip it around. Swoop that leg forward. Turn the back foot flat. Warrior 1. And then warrior 2. Warrior 2, hold it. Breathe. Good. Back arm around. We're going to wrap it up. Wrap it up. And then forearm to the thigh. Tuck the tailbone. Lean back, stretching that top shoulder. Good. Looking down. Actually, you can go down to here. So this, you drop your forearm to the, if you had a block, you can also use the block there, but twist up. So abdomen strong, twisting up, breathing deeply. And this time today, I want you to keep that arm wrapped, scoot the back foot a little bit closer, and then step up into half moon. So you can take the block with you, but keep the arm wrapped for the moment. And I want you to use that wrapped arm to open up the hip a little more. So flex the feet, push through that leg, engage the standing leg. So most of the weight is on the standing leg. I could just take this off and still balance on the standing leg. This, you can lean into it a little bit, but you want to try to do that as little as possible. And then open up and breathe. And then you can release that. Take it up. Breathe. Good. One more breath. And then look down from there. Let's go back to triangle pose. So this is going to be a longer standing sequence, but that's okay. Triangle pose. So hand can be just below the knee, could be closer to your ankle, could be closer to your shin, wherever you need it to be. Just take one more big inhale, not a long one. And then left hand down to the floor. Step the back foot closer this time. So this time the back foot is angled in at 11 o'clock. So if 12 is forward, 11 o'clock. So just right toward my camera gear there. Microphone pack block. So that's kind of where you want that angled. That allows you to get those hips to square and face the front of the room. Front of the mat. That's not a room. It's my backyard. Good. Now, left hand down, right arm up. Lengthen the upper body as you twist and breathe and hold. Oh, get that big twist. And again, if you don't have the block, you're on your shin, your ankle, your fingertips. Some of you will get, but breathe. One more inhale, and then both hands down to the floor. Good. Hang forward, a few breaths. And then lift that back leg. Lengthen the upper body. Left hand stays down, right arm turns up. Breathe. Good. One more breath. Twist it. Yeah. And then drop it all, hands and feet down. Good. Shake out the legs. This is where we go to the squat or our first arm balance. So from here into this first arm balance, you're going to squat down first. Any level of the squat that you can or need to do. So if you have to be on your toes, be on your toes. If you can have the feet pointed out, kind of like I am, then you can do that. If you can have the feet pointed straight, do that. So I'm going to check my knee, give that a little crack, create a little more space in there. Palms together, hold. If you don't want to do the arm balance, totally fine, stay right here. If you do, first time, crow, set it up. Set the hands, knees, if you can, into the back of the arms. Notice that's a big difference than your knees outside the arms. Outside the arms is beginner, and then if you can, you get those knees into the back of the arms. That's going to be more stable. You know, feel that in the arms. Remember your fingertips from before. So super strong fingers. And then if you're comfortable, you jump back to chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Got it? Bend the left leg, push the right heel down, give it a big stretch. Part of the core, we're going to actually do a low plank right now. Come on back to your knees. If you have a block, use the block to stabilize your shoulders. We're going to do 1 minute here. Let's do 90 seconds. 90 seconds. You can always stop early. Ready, set, go. Tuck the toes, straighten the legs. And we do a few variations. We'll throw in a few variations. First one will be, leg up, and then leg up, 10 seconds each, and then mountain climbers. All right. So just go ahead and breathe first. And if you just want to hold and hang in there for 90 seconds, then that's a lot too. But do what you can. We're approaching 30 seconds. So 3, 2, 1, right leg up. Hold it. Breathe. Switch it. Hold. Switch it. Hold. Switch it. Hold. And mountain climbers now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shoulders strong, core strong, abdomen strong, breath smooth. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, dolphin. So lift the hips up, push those shoulders back, really give them a big stretch. Upper back, shoulders, push. One more breath, look at the hands, and if you can, arms straight. Downward facing dog pose. Downward facing dog. Take a moment, bend the right leg, push the left heel down, stretch. Good. All right, left side when you're ready. Take the leg up and bring it. Oh, we gotta flip it. Let's flip it. Let's not forget to flip it. Flip your downward facing dog. Push the hips up. Breathe deep. One more breath. Lift the hips higher. And then come on back around. Set the hands. Ooh. Swoop that leg forward, turn the back foot flat down. Warrior 1, and then warrior 2. Open up to the side. Warrior 2. Warrior 2. Virabhadrasana. Virabhadrasana. I don't know if they roll the R's in Sanskrit. Maybe somebody can tell me that. Like in Spanish, and French, and English. English, we don't really roll our R's either in English. Warrior 2, relax, breathe. Sorry, Madison and I are doing French together on Duolingo. Duolingo, we do French lessons every day. Shoulders relaxed. It's amazing. She's, you know, how she picks up the sounds, like, because they go, ooh, ah, ooh. She does them really well. I'm very surprised. Go ahead and, I guess I shouldn't be, right? She's 4. 4-year-olds can do anything. Wrap that arm around and then come forward, engage the abdomen, tuck the tailbone, breathe. Yeah. There we go. It's my first yawn. Lengthen up. Now if you want, you go down a little deeper. Breathe. Lengthen up a little bit more and breathe. Good. And then look down from here. Remember, we're keeping the arm wrapped. Step that back for a little bit closer. Step up into half moon pose. Half moon, again, with the block or without, is fine. Ultimately, the idea is that you have your, standing leg straight. If you have the standing leg straight and you can get your fingertip on the floor, then you don't necessarily need a block. If the standing leg is bent because the hamstring is so tight, then nicer to have a block, so you could straighten that leg. Use this wrapped arm to open this hip a little bit more. Drive that back leg back some. Release the right arm up to the ceiling. A few more breaths. Ceiling or sky if you're outdoors like me. Definitely breathe. Good. Okay, and then back to triangle pose slowly. Come on back to triangle. All right, triangle pose, left hand to the, maybe just below the knee, shin, ankle, looking up at that top thumb. Breath smooth. One more big inhale. And then right hand down to the floor, step the back foot closer. Now this is on a 1 o'clock angle. Right, if 12 is forward, 1 is just a little bit over. There you have it. Right hand stays down, left arm turns up. Breathe. Good. And from here, twist. So pull the left hip back if you can. And remember, you can always have the block for support if you have it. If you have it or need it. All right, but you don't need it if you're more flexible and can get the hand down to the outside or even fingertips, right? If you don't have the block, it could be on the shin, it's fine. This leg could be bent. Eventually you want it straight. Dropping that hand down, lengthen the spine forward, turn and twist up. Breathe deep. One more inhale. And then both hands down. I think that reverse triangle pose, in my opinion, is one of the toughest standing poses in all of yoga. Go on up, a little bit forward. So here's one thing too I notice in reverse half moon, which is this next level here, is that oftentimes people they're rounding the back and trying to do this here. So see how close my hand is to the foot. Lengthen your spine. You lengthen the spine, you want to be forward. Now you got a lot of space. Right now my spine can get really long, and then it will allow it to twist a little bit more. So do that and breathe. Block or not, doesn't necessarily matter, but lengthen and turn and twist. Good, one more inhale. And then drop it all, hands and feet down. Shake it out there a little bit. We're gonna do our second arm balance. Second arm balance. I guess technically down dog is an arm balance because you're focusing on the arms there, but next one, squat down again. So I'll give you an option first, a little stretch option. For those of you that know for sure you do not want to do the arm balance. And that stretch option would be to be in your squat, wherever that is, left hand down, right arm up, right? And then you come back to the center, and I will say take, 5 breaths, 5 to 7 breaths on each side there. And when you do that, drive the knee into the arm and drive the arm into the knee as you lengthen up and twist and turn. All right. From here, go ahead and lean if you're going to do the arm balance. So now we're going to throw in the arm balance to headstand sequence. So it's basically crow, drop the head, take the legs up, back to crow, jump back. So it might not be for you, in which case you just do your regular crow, but if you can, here it is. From crow, bending the arms, drop the head and chin, land on the head, engage the abdomen. You got to get the hips over the shoulders first, but not too far because you'll fall, and then you straighten the legs up and breathe. Good. Bend the knees, come on down, just a few breaths. Knees back to the arms, lean back from here. Here's the tricky part. It's to stay in that crow for a moment and then jump the legs back. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog pose. And I think last time we bent the right leg and pushed the left heel down, that was incorrect. It was supposed to be the other side. So do the other side. I'm bending my left leg, pushing my right heel down. Just see if you can remember which one you did, and do the opposite one. Breathe. If you were doing the stretches in the squat, just meet us back in down dog. I'll meet you over on the left in downward facing dog pose. And then drop to the knees again. We're going to do crow one more time. And then for those of you on Instagram, I'm going to stop the feed and restart the feed because you can't do it for longer than an hour. So let's go back to low plank again. And we'll do 90 seconds again. Let's do a couple different variations. Let's do a minute hold and then 30 seconds of the plank walk, which is a horrible experience in the most loving way possible. Ready, set, go. So tuck the toes, straighten the legs, drop in there and hold it and breathe. And you guys here, I'm just gonna stop and restart so you'll find us again. Before and now, delete that feed and then restart it again over here and there, and you are now live and we're back. So hopefully they'll find us. We're officially 30 seconds in. All right, and what we're gonna do is at a minute, the plank walk is this, right? Up, down, up, down, up, down. So we're gonna do that starting in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Left arm first. 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. If it gets too hard, just stop it. Down, up, down. Now opposite arm, right arm. Straight first. Up, down, up, down, up, down. One more. And down. Dolphin pose. Well done. Dolphin pose, stretching that upper back and shoulders again. Push back and breathe. One more breath. And then downward facing dog. And then drop to the knees. Again, we're going to stretch the shoulders, mostly because I just want to take a break. Interlace, turn the palms out. Reach the arms up. Stretch it out here. Breathe. But it's good to take breaks, that's for sure. Good. And then come on forward. Lift the foot, point the toes, sit back onto the heels. Interlace the fingers back behind you. Lift the heart up. Pull those shoulders back and down. Yeah, before we do the big shoulder stretch, do a little neck stretch. So interlacing the fingers back here, pulling those shoulders back, dropping the head over to your left. Breathe. Good. Switch sides. Breathe. Good. Back to the center. One more inhale, lean back. And then fold down forward as you exhale. Onto the top of the head, stretch the shoulders. Good. Release the arms. Come on up. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a moment, bend the left leg. Whoa. Push the right heel down. That's one thing. I love this mat. This little travel mat from Lululemon, but I slip a little bit on it. If my hands aren't a little sweaty, which they're not right now. Switch legs. All right. And then come forward about halfway onto your mat. Squat down onto the toes, like this here. All right. And then we're going to do side crow. Whoa. Side crow pose. And you don't have to actually do side crow. You can just do the twist. I think I might need to crack my knee again a little bit. Yep, there you go. It just feels like a little strain. And when I do that, no strain. So that's good. From here, left arm up. Hook it across your right knee. Bring the palms together. This is all you need to do. This is it. So you can just hold this chair twist here. If you want the arm balance, lean out to the side. Lift up, bend the arms. Get those legs up. Notice my right arm is free. I don't know if you can see that or not, but my right arm is free. All the weight of my hips and legs are balancing on the left arm. And then come down. If you're in the twist, everybody can come back to the center. Straighten the legs for a moment. All right. So part of that core stuff, part of that plank stuff is building the strength it takes to do these kinds of things. Come on back down again. We're going to go to the opposite side. Right arm up from there. Hook it across your body. Palms together. Oh, nice little big twist. From there, set the hands. I always take the bottom foot out first, Then do this here. Left arm is free, breath smooth. Come on down. So it's obviously a lot of core strength. It's a lot of arm strength. Now we're gonna do something slightly different. Similar entryway, but we're gonna turn the body first and then twist so that the hands are right at the front of the mat, because that's gonna give us the opportunity to jump back. Got it? So come on back up. And if you still just gonna do the twist, totally fine. Do the same thing and then just twist. So you can all have something to focus on. So I'm gonna turn myself about 45 degrees off of the mat and come down onto the toes. I'm gonna do the twist. Left arm goes up, hooks across this way, palms together. But then I'm gonna reach out and set the hands so that they're at the front of the mat, and then come forward and breathe. And then I'm gonna split the legs. So right leg goes straight forward, left leg goes straight back. And breathe. From here, you lift and shoot the leg back. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Excuse me. I just got like a big whiff of exhaust in my, it's like, dude, seriously, it smells like, I hope that's not smoke and like toxic smoke. I hope it's toxic exhaust. I hope it's not toxic smoke. Just a little toxic exhaust will be fine. I do think it's starting to smell a little bit here because the smoke is starting to settle down a little bit. Let's see how much time we have before I have to bail. All right, we're good. So now, here we go. Second side. This side is always tougher for me, but come down here, same thing. And take that right arm up, hook it across, just because the twist is harder, right? The lateral twist is a bit tougher. So from here, set those hands, bottom foot off, balance, and then split the legs, breathe, see? Using my chin on the block, but then lift and jump. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Whew. Take a moment, bend your right leg, push the left heel down, stretch it. Switch sides and stretch. Good. All right. Child's pose for a second, just drop to the knees. Put your head down, child's pose, take a few breaths. You can bring the arms back or forward, either way is fine. Okay. Do one more. I was thinking of doing one more, and I was thinking of doing the combination. It's a really tricky. I might just save it for. Well, I'll show you. I'll tell you what. I'll show you. So if you're not going to do this, I'm going to do headstand and side crow, back to headstand, over to side crow, back to headstand, back to crow, and then jump back. All right, so you'll at least be able to, if this is something that you're ready for or feel like you want to practice, you can save this video and then, search forward for it. If you're not going to do this, then you're going to go back to the squat. Okay, you're going to go back to the squat here. And then this time it's going to be slightly different. So let's just get our squat friends all set up here. First, you're going to come down on the toes, and then from here, take the left arm, go underneath and wrap it around, and hold that. Hold that for 10 breaths, and then you'll switch sides and do the other 10 breaths. And if you need to straighten the legs, you can always straighten the legs. Otherwise, we're going to go crow, headstand, side crow, headstand. Ready, set, go. Crow pose. Whoa, crow, drop the head. Douche.
legs up, headstand. From there, bend the knees, twist, over to the side, side crow, back to headstand, side crow again, down, over, up, side crow, down, headstand, back to crow. From here, lean back. Remember, if you can, pause, couple breaths, work the arms as straight as you can get them, and then chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. If you're still in the squat, you can come out of the squat for a second if you've done both sides. That sequence is not the easiest sequence. So if you're just in the beginning of getting crow pose, there is no chance you're going to be balancing and going to the side crow and other side crow, and it does not matter, right? You just do the best you can. That's just really for, because I know there's a few people that are here with us that like that kind of thing, that want to work on that kind of thing and challenge themselves in that way and are able to. If you're not, don't worry, you will be at some point. Let's do a couple back bends. Come up onto the knees, tuck the toes. Start with your left hand on the heel, right hand on the heel, left arm up, lean back into it, get a little stretch. Good, one more breath. You know, again, like I say, it's so much about the effort of doing it. Switch sides. Not necessarily whether or not you get there, especially in yoga, because you don't, it's not like you're ever going to graduate yoga. It's not like, oh, hey, that's right. No, yeah, I did yoga. Yeah. So I'm good now. That's not going to happen, right? Yeah. Back to the center. And then one more time, you could, if you wanted to go deeper, you could point the toes back. Otherwise, right here, drive the hips forward, lift the heart up, drop the head back and breathe. Very good, abdomen strong. Slowly come down. Just child's pose again. Give your back a little rest here. Ooh. Good. All right. All right. Then we're going to move over into some hips. Oh, let's do a couple little abs, because I did say we would do some more core, so let's do that. First, get this out of the way. I need a linesman. Was it in baseball? I got the field crew, the linesman. What are they called again? I totally forget. Lean back. I need them to sweep. I need somebody just to sweep off these little things that are coming off this tree. A little bit of abs, not too much. Let's start with 30 times here. What we're going to do is 30 times yogi bicycle. Then we're going to hold 1, 2, 3, and we'll go back and hold 1, 2, 3. We'll do that times 6, 2, 3 on each side, and then we're going to do them again. So we'll do 30 more again. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30. Next one, hold it, squeeze. 2, 3, switch it. Hold. 2, 3, switch it. Hold. 2, 3, switch it. Hold. 2, 3. One more on each side, like this. 2, 3, switch it. Hold. 2,
3, keep going, 30 more, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 6, 7, 8, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 30. Good. Pull the knees in, take a breath, and then drop the feet, lift the hips, clasp the hands underneath you. We'll just do a couple back bends here, lifting those hips up. Breathe. A little bit taller lift. And then slowly come on down. Yeah, it's been strange. I'm sort of watching the sun, right? The sun is kind of right there, but it's not bright because we have this big layer of smoke in LA right now. Funny, you can't really smell it. Excuse me. Tuck the tailbone, lift the hips up. Same thing. You can't really smell it. You know it's in the air because you can see it a little bit higher above, a few hundred feet above the earth here. But the nearest fires to us are actually, I think it's the Bobcat fire and the El Dorado fire, all in San Bernardino, which is like, you know, past Pasadena and Angeles Crest National Park. And last I checked, lift up a little bit more, one more breath. One of those fires was about 30,000 acres. 30,000 acres is obviously nothing compared to what's happening in this state right now. Go ahead and bring the right ankle to the left knee. Pull it in this way, just a little squeeze. But again, I feel for all the people. I mean, we went through a fire 2 years ago, and it's just a horrible thing to have to go through. You don't really want to wish it on anybody, especially everybody. I mean, if you've seen some of the photos of Oregon and, you know, the towns that are just totally rubble, it's so sad. It's so sad. I mean, you know, I mentioned that yesterday. Like, if you're not in this part of the world, and you know, it's just a good exercise, I think, to do. Think about what you would take if you had 90 minutes to leave your house. You know, like really the rest of it doesn't matter. You know, if a lot of people didn't even have 90 minutes, you know, that's the sad thing. Good. Release that from there. Rock up to a seat. And because we were doing some arm balances, we will throw in a handstand. We're going to do a little longer hip stretch. So I'll give you two options in the hip stretch. We're going to go to frog pose or this one, which is called Upavista Konasana. I don't know what that stands for, actually. But you could be here. Flex the foot, feet, lean forward. This is adductors and hamstrings. Okay, we're going to do 3 minutes. So I'll start the timer now. Ready, set, go. 3 minutes, as fast as you possibly can. And then the other option is frog, which is this way. All right, here's your other option. Slightly less than 3 minutes. 2 minutes, 45 seconds. Sink in, push back. Oh, dear Lord. What is going on with my hips? Why are you so tight? Oh, my goodness. All right. Now, those of you who want, now I should be spending time in there, but you know what I'm going to do later? I'm going to do a little yin later. I got to do some recovery, I got to do some foam roll. I got to do some recovery. I got to do some yin yoga. Speaking of yin,
So we're going to start doing, Greg Louganis and I are doing our handstand workshop. We're going to kick off the monthly workshops. We'll be doing, not he and I, but I will be leading or co-leading monthly workshops at least. So look forward to those. So handstands if you want them. Here we go. Ready, set, go. Kick up into handstand. 1, 2, 3, go. Ready, go. If you're working on your balance, look at the hands. Now we come back to the fingertip drill. Make sure your fingers are like claws, like a cat. And look in between, right in between the hands, and then lift. Kick up. You want to get those hips up above your shoulders, which are up above your wrists. And notice I'm sort of searching and finding, and there, once you got it, you don't want to go too far. Hold it and breathe. Just hang out. Do 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 do. Crash. So a couple more. So remember, there's 1 more minute in this stretch. So we'll do 1 or 2 more here. If you're just learning to kick up, it's a little momentum, and a little swing with one leg, and a little kick with the other. All right. So it's a little bit of this, and a little bit of this, and a little bit of this. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and then you're up. Whoa, almost up. And 1, 2, 3. Whoa, and sometimes too far. All right. So see, even if I've been doing this for 20 years, it's still, sometimes it happens, sometimes not. Go. There we go. And you know when you get it, right? When you get it and you're locked in, and it feels good. That's your handstand right there. And then you can refine it a little bit. And then come down. And of course, if you're at the wall, please stay at the wall for a little bit. That's your 3 minutes. You can come out of your stretches, head back to child's pose for a moment. But yeah, I mean, I practiced at the wall for a long time, and then slowly but surely got away from the wall. If you want to hear that whole process and story, you'll have to sign up for the workshop. Go ahead now from child's pose and step into pigeon here. Pigeon pose. Oh, yes. Pigeon pose. Oh, we're going to set this timer. And what's the actual time? Oh yeah, so do 2 minutes, solid 2 minutes stretch here. Breathe, make sure it doesn't hurt the knee, otherwise you do the reclining pigeon, which we did earlier after our back bends. Just relax and breathe and soften and stretch. It's funny, this week I meant to send out my wellness update, which I haven't sent in a little while, a couple weeks. So if you're not on my newsletter, go to my website, teddymcdonald.com, and click on the link that says newsletter, and then sign up for the newsletter. And I send, not weekly, but semi-weekly, just little tidbits on, how to stay healthy and what's going on, and some resources. And, ultimately, again, I feel like my mission here on this earth is to live a happy, healthy 100+ years, and I personally, like, my passions are being outdoors and, running and pushing myself and biking and, just doing things that I never thought I would do, being some, little guy from Long Island who was lucky enough to even go to New York City, right? Let alone travel the world. So, for me, I just feel like I want to share all these incredible experiences and benefits that I've gotten from living the kind of life that I lead. And so you sign up for the newsletter, and I'll share that stuff with you. Get into our conscious endurance community, and then you can share with me what you're doing. So that's always a fun thing to do. Last couple breaths on this side. But I bring that up because what I was going to do this week, actually, switch legs, is send out a little mental health thing, because, I was talking to one of my clients, and he goes, yeah, man, if, you can't, like, if you're living in this country right now, you just, I don't know anybody who's just not really, just dealing with some level of anxiety. Right? I mean, personally, kids not sleeping, studios shut down, trying to like figure it out, pandemic, so that, we're kind of like, just not exactly, going on all cylinders, so to speak, right? And so what do? It's not like you're just going to go down into a hole and live there. You roll with the punches and you deal with it and you make the best of it. And that's what we've been doing. And, that's, I think, some people are able to do that. And I think some people are not quite able to do that and just need a little bit of help. So I'll share some little tips with you. So sign up for our newsletter. And when I say our newsletter, I mean me, myself, and I. The three of us. I only have three main personalities. Maybe more than that. I don't know. You got to talk to my wife about that one. I probably have more. Last few breaths on this side. Just stretching and softening and breathing. And then go ahead and come on up. Oh, yeah. And bring both legs forward. Shake them out for a second. Seated forward bend. We're going to do our finishing sequence. I always check my knees to make sure I can tell when one is swollen and one is not swollen. This one's still a little bit swollen there. Flex the feet back, reach the arms up, fold. Not bad. We're moving in the right direction, friends. We're all moving in the right direction. Breathe. Oh, this week too, just in case you don't normally get to see the stuff during the week, this Wednesday I'm going to do my conscious endurance talk all about fasting. Last week was, so this month is nutrition. First one was nutrition basics, kind of a high level view, macronutrients. Last week, this past Wednesday, was sugar burning versus fat burning. So you got to think about that if you're a sugar burner versus a fat burner. And then this coming week is going to be fasting. I'm going to talk about time restricted eating and fasting, and what to do, why to do, what not to do, and share what I know. Let's roll up, roll back, take the legs up and over your head. If you do not want to do this, it doesn't work for your back or your neck, stay in the forward bend. Otherwise, up and back and stretch here. Oh, yes. And then take the legs up and breathe. Legs wide, flex the feet, a few breaths. Bend the knees, soles of the feet together. Legs back up from there. And then down over the head slowly. And come on down. We'll take our final twist, Shavasana, and then enjoy the rest of our day. Go ahead and pull the right knee in, give it a good squeeze in. And then twist and roll to left side, right arm back. Breathe.
And then switch sides. Same thing, other side. Pull it in. And then roll to one side. Good. And then back up. Shavasana, final rest. Feet flop open. Arms a bit down by the side. Eyes closed. Take a solid 5 minutes here. Deep inhale. And exhale. Totally relax. Go ahead and bring your left hand to your heart center, right hand to your belly. Just take a nice deep breath. And then slowly come on out. Bend the knees, roll to your right side. Just take a moment. And then make your way up to a seat. Comfortable seated position, sitting up nice and tall. Pause for a moment. Remember, it's all about getting back to this place, right? So, place of calmness and peace, tranquility, contentment. So regardless of what's going on in the outside world, circumstances in your own life, or even in between your ears in your brain, let that all go for a moment. Drop deeper into your soul, right? Deeper into that, your center, and that all-knowing place inside, that divine place inside. It just trusts that things are going to be okay, right? All things are temporary. So regardless of how intense the situation is, there will be the dawn. The dawn of a new day will come. Go ahead and bring the palms together at the heart. Just take a moment of gratitude. Namaste. Namaste, friends. Until that dawn of the new day comes, get out there and enjoy the day that we have now. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for all your support, your donations, your paid for classes, your memberships. It's really, really, really helping through this whole situation. And you know, I'm fully doing the virtual studio. So consciousendurance.com, a few ways to join as a member, different benefits for each level, one of which, in the higher levels, are those monthly workshops are free. All right, you guys, thank you very much. Have a great day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you on Monday. Enjoy your day off. I'm going to enjoy my day off, that's for sure, with my kiddos. All right, I will see you then.